Yo, Still Bills, what's the deal, man? I'm fresh off the clock. My body is beat, bro, but I'm gonna go home, kick my feet up, and just, relax and enjoy my weekend, man. But Pete, dang, we gotta get into this shit, man. And man, I ain't got an opportunity to cook on this, man. So I'm we gonna get into it, man. I was really a proponent of what Andre and Jose Sr. and all these other fighters, they're how they been feeling about Canelo Alvarez as far as fuck Canelo Alvarez. You dig? Like I fuck with that, because I don't think you should put your career on hold. You dig? And preserve your old just to auction it off to him, which I ultimately think will end up happening. I think that's career suicide, man. Like, it's easier, it's easier to fight adequate competition and earn that fight as opposed to just try to hold it over somebody like, you owe me a fight. Like, nigga, like, no. So when they came to that conclusion, I think it was in one way saying, nah, like, you know what? They saw the light, and I love that. I love that, man. But the thing is, what kills it is the backtracking. It ain't fuck Canelo Alvarez, you dig? It's who was John Ryder. And I think with Andre, was really just airing out his grievances as far as his frustration, because he's like, yo, I haven't been able to land a fight with certain. I've been calling out other fighters, they just didn't want to fight me. Charlo doesn't want to fight me. Golovkin didn't want to fight me. I was a mandatory for Canelo. I had a belt for him, and he didn't want to fight me. He did. So I think it was more. He's not as introspective to understanding as to what it is that he did wrong when it came to Canelo not necessarily selecting him. So, but nonetheless, he's not going to look at it from that paradigm. All he can see only thing he can do is look at it from, whatever perspective that he's looking at it from. And it's not an objective one. It's not objective at all. But for that, I can't necessarily blame him. I get it. When you look at someone like Jose Sr., who said Canelo's he's not fighting anybody on the elite level no more. He just needs to go ahead and stick to golfing and this and that and the third. And my thing is this, bro, like, how is it that he's not fighting anybody on the elite level, but he just statistically fought the best defensive fighter in the sport? How is that? How is that he's not fighting anybody on the elite level no more when he jumped up an entire division and fought the champion up there, who's arguably number one and number two, depending on how you view it? People feel like he's the best. They feel like he's the best up there. They feel like he's gonna wash Bivol, even though Bivol has three. He's the only unified champ up there. All right, whatever the fuck ever. The fact that he jumped up and he fought an undefeated fighter in his prime in a higher division, who stylistically has the style that has aggravated and contradicted Canelo's style his goddamn self. I just don't understand how is it that you can sit there and fix your lips and say that he's not fighting anybody on the elite level no more. But there's a new sheriff in town, and the Mexican monster, even though he's yet to prove that he's a monster of anything. And what elite fighters has your son fought, especially when you consider that he was a champion on the same side of the street as the dude that he's about to fight now, after Canelo already beat him and deboed his belt away from him and took his oath from him. You dig what I'm saying? Like, bro, like, what do you think about the shit that you say before you say it? And do you realize how asinine of a statement that you're making? It makes no sense whatsoever. You can't make that make sense. It's impossible. And he's speaking on this fight that's about to go down, and he's speaking on it. Oh yeah, tickets. Yeah, we selling tickets like hotcakes and this and that and the third. Yada yada yada. Benavidez doesn't even move the number. He doesn't move the needle in Phoenix. He just doesn't. Like, I don't know. Was him and Chiron even sold out like that in Lemieux? Like, people get in this, these new media cats, and not all of them, because the people who parrot the same narrative don't necessarily see eye to eye. Like, that ain't my running mate. You dig what I'm saying? Like, we have the same ideologies, and we, but I don't fuck with him over there, and that's understandable. That's understandable. But people are really listening to these new, these cats in new media, and they're, they've created this, they've created a little, a universe within themselves that they think that they're a lot bigger than what they are, because their name is circulating a lot more within these spaces. And in these spaces, they're telling you, oh, Canelo ducking David Benavidez. I can't see anybody beating David Benavidez. These same spaces will sit there and tell you David Benavidez will knock motherfucking Dimitri Bivol the fuck out. These same spaces will tell you that. And with you, I mean, it's not like we're not seeing you on ESPN or nothing like that. We're not seeing y'all cats on that. I could be wrong, but I don't remember seeing David Benavidez on ESPN. What in the fuck? And then when you finally, when you step out of that mind state and you start to realize what the fuck is going on, by then it's too late. You know what I'm saying? The tickets is not moving like you thinking. You're like, damn, I'm really not who I thought I was. Plant and Benavidez, like, shit. Canelo is selling out the day the fight gets announced. This fight is not about to do no 500K. It's not. They didn't need 1% of the crowd in Vegas when Canelo fought. Plant was that, it was probably 1% in there for not David Benavidez, but Caleb Plant. And you think your prestige and your name and your value is gonna be enough for y'all to get over a $1 million pay-per-view buy fucking fight over the line? I don't think so. I don't know who has told this dude that he's arrived, and he hasn't. He hasn't. And oh man, that's why he gotta fight John Ryder over there across the border. They'll take anything. Like, yo, bro, I mean, is this the type of energy you got for your own countrymen, my dude? And your son is on record saying, I want to be the next Mexican superstar in the sport. You look at Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia has never really been no obnoxious and overt type of individual. He hasn't. But when Angel Garcia got to bumping his gums a little too much, everybody turned against Danny Garcia just predicated on how his daddy was. That's how you want to, endear your son to the fucking Mexican fan base? That's how you want to do that? Oh, they ain't got nothing over there. They'll take anything over there. Like, what are you talking about, bro? And for y'all to sit here and consistently clap at John Ryder, how is it that Canelo got deemed a cherry pick for fighting Gennady Golovkin at 168 pounds? He got destroyed for that. But David Benavidez is getting all the love and the praise in the world for beating David Lemieux. Who, like, are you serious right now? He beat David Lemieux. Retired him. He didn't even belong up there. Golovkin went up there just, Canelo's like, I'm not, if you want to fight me again, you come up here. David Lemieux, he campaigned up there at 68, but he never belonged up there. And he's getting love for this shit. It's like, yo, David Lemieux has been getting knocked around up there. And because he beat David Lemieux, the Mexican monster, I'm tired of hearing this shit. The Mexican monster, Mike is the GOAT to me. But I ain't trying to hear none of that shit he talking about. I don't give a fuck about calling this dude the Mexican monster. He's not. How? When did he prove that? And how do you obtain that stature by beating David Lemieux? It's asinine. The shit that these dudes are talking. I'm like, y'all are not even. This is what we doing. This is what's hot in the streets, huh? Okay. Okay. It's just really ridiculous, man. Like, just the angling that this dude is doing. Because now it's, man, he ain't fought. He don't fight on the elite level no more. Which, if that's how you feel, all right, then so be it, man. You feel like he's more interested in playing golf than boxing. All right, so be it. But don't sit there and go on a tangent berating his fucking opposition, the level of opposition that he's fighting. You want to sit here and talk about this new sheriff in town and David Benavidez for him beating David Lemieux, but you're disregarding the fact that John Ryder is a bona fide top 5 contender within the division, ranked right up under your son. Nobody wants to see John Ryder versus Canelo Alvarez, but we wanted to see David Benavidez versus Lemieux. We wanted to see David Benavidez versus Kyron Davis. No, let's get a little bit past that. We wanted to see David Benavidez versus Caleb Plant after Caleb Plant had already got stopped and his belt snatched from him by Canelo Alvarez. That's the fight that we're asking for in the now. We didn't want to see that shit back in 2019. We want to see it now, though. What in the fuck do y'all be on? Y'all are clapping at him for honoring a mandatory, but y'all, nobody wants to see him fight John Ryder. He's a mandatory, but you want him to honor hit the mandatory status when it comes to you, though. Okay. These 3 motherfuckers, Jose Sr., Angel Garcia, and Teo Sr. I don't know what it is with the with these Latino fathers, bro. Like, it's just past read, and it's not. These 3 Latino fathers in general, is with just how they act and how they conduct themselves in certain scenarios. It's just like, yo, like, bro, you just really just don't know when to shut the fuck up. That's what it boils down to. Shut the fuck up. Teofimo Sr., all the bullshit that we're a lot more irritated with Teofimo in the now because of how mouthy you are. Everybody couldn't stand Danny Garcia because of how mouthy Angel is. Y'all are annoying. You're belligerent as fuck. You're obnoxious. Nobody wants to hear y'all say the shit that y'all say. And Jose Benavidez has fell right in line with them. Me personally, like when he clapped that Caleb Plant, I didn't trip too hard on that. I'm not a fan of calling motherfuckers pussies and shit and bitches, because I just feel like it's a certain power in words. The difference is with them, they're about to get in a ring where they can rectify that shit. You disrespecting me? All right, cool. Well, we gonna see about that shit. I can, that's a different ball game right there, man. But the thing is, David Sr. isn't getting in the ring. He's not getting in the ring. His son is, but even with his son, it's like, all right, yo, like I'm going into combat with my son. I'm going into combat with my son. You are in a position where you can legally kill my child, and there's already animosity there between the two of us, or between the two of y'all. So I have to get in that same type of mind state as my son because of what can happen to my son. I can understand that. I honestly can. A lot of people was disgusted by it, but I understood it. And this is gonna come off as some Canelo fanboy shit, and I swear to God, it's not though. With just that, the shit that he's doing with Canelo was annoying me only because it's angling. You're angling for a fight. You're angling. It's an angle. You're trying to go to dude and guilt trip him into a fight, and it's just like, that's corny, bro. Keep the same energy that you had, because that's the energy that I was respecting. But you're angling in the now, and not only are you angling, you're disrespecting your own, bro. You're disrespecting your own. So I'm not mad at cats who are you from where you from. You dig what I'm saying? If you're from the hood, you from the hood. You gonna wear that shit on your sleeve. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. Me personally, what the fuck? Me personally, I like for a coach to be You dig? Like on some rider shit. You dig? I dig that shit. Like up here we have a gym, and in this gym the coach doesn't like you to cuss. Like I've been to fight. You know, I went to a fight. Some of our fighters from our gym fought there at CW. And one of the mothers in the crowd was like, beat his ass, and the dude was like, no, like, nah, you gonna show conduct yourself with respect up in here. And he didn't say that to her, but that was his energy. And I can respect it as as an elder. I understand it. But then again, it's like, all right, bro, like these dudes are going, this is violence right here. You're telling me I can't use a certain language, but I can break this dude's jaw. I can break his nose. I can bust his eyes. I can fuck this nigga up, but I can't cuss. Like, nah, I'm not a fan of that. You dig? I'm like, nah, this is violence right here. This is some primitive behavior right here. You dig what I'm saying? We finna, ain't no talking. You dig? This is it's a sport. So I don't want a coach that's elegant and soft spoken and come from an affluent black background and conduct himself in a manner where it's I don't want a coach who's not cut from a certain cloth. I want a coach who done experienced some real life situations. I want a coach who comes from certain a little bit more rah-rah shit. I don't mind that shit, but I also don't want you being obnoxious and belligerent with the shit that you say. And that is what Teofimo Sr. Before Teofimo, Angel Garcia precedes Teofimo Sr. And now Jose Sr. is come right up, right behind that shit, looking to take the reins. And it's annoying. It's past irritating, bro. It's like, look, my nigga, the fight is done. Just leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? All the extra shit is out. Why the fuck can't y'all be like Joel Diaz and Manny Robles and Reynoso? Why can't y'all be like them? Robert Garcia. And Robert Garcia, to my knowledge, has said some pretty wild shit about black fighters. I haven't heard him say it, but I've heard black people say it. So I do have to take that into consideration. But he's not obnoxious like Teo Sr., Angel Garcia, and Jose Sr. He's not obnoxious like them. He's gonna cuss. He's not gonna be politically correct. I dig that. That's the type of coach that I look for. My coach, man, I'll never forget when I started going to the gym. I started training in the basement with the homie, and I'm thinking I was like that. Like I'm thinking like, shit, nigga, I know how to punch, I know how to slap, I know how to do this and that and the third. But he wasn't necessarily. He's not a trained trainer. So when I came in the gym, and you gotta think I'm 5'8", but I'm brolic. So he's like, my man from New York, it was my guy from NYC. He's a huge Floyd fan, so he fight out of the Philly shell, and I'm doing all this shit. I'll jab and take a step back to try to walk you into a trap, and the dude and coach is like, where are you going? He was like, you ain't gonna be fighting nobody your height, bro. What are you doing? And he's, I remember him, he completely deconstructed everything that I thought I knew about the sport and rebuilt me. And he was cussing me out. Whatever you learned out there, don't bring that shit in here. Whatever you learned out there, don't bring that shit in here. And he is wilding on me. He was like, man, what the fuck, bro? Like, your mechanics are all, like, he just banged on me. I don't mind a coach like that. But he's not a loudmouth, obnoxious ass dude. He's not. He's nothing like Teo Sr. He's nothing like Angel. He's nothing like Jose Sr. I don't want no coach. I don't want you to come in here, preaching this. No, you better cuss somebody the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Because that is what, when you get hit, you're going to say, oh shit. You get hard enough, fuck. Fuck, if you get dropped, fuck, man. You going to feel that shit. You can't come in here with this, oh man, I don't cuss and, nah, man, you dig? I feel like, you dumb yourself down and you're a lesser person if you got, no, fuck that, my nigga. The minute you take a clean shot, fuck. You're supposed to talk like that. So I don't mind people I don't mind coaches who talk in that vernacular. I don't mind coaches who come from a certain background and demographic. I don't mind that. But I don't like belligerent, obnoxious motherfuckers. I don't like that. And that's what these individuals are. And I can't fuck with it. I can't fuck with it. Like, them dudes is corny to me. Them dudes is corny to me. I feel like, bro, like, Angel Garcia has made me laugh because just how wild he gets with his shit talking, but it's disrespectful. It's disrespectful. That shit he said about Bud with nappy hair, this and that and the third. Bitch ass nigga, you was not black. You don't get the nappy hair. When he told Keith Thurman, we ain't losing to no white boy, you are white, dog. Like, what the fuck? And I don't mean that, because that, you know, Angel ain't no, that's not no white dude to me. That's not no white dude to me, man. But we see more Keith, we see far more Keith's, we see the ethnic side of Keith Thurman more so than we see the ethnic side of Angel Garcia. Keith Thurman is, nobody is ever gonna mistake that dude as black, as not black. You give a fuck if he's mixed. That's a nigga right there. You look at Angel Garcia, you clearly see that Euro ancestry. You see that Spaniard ancestry in them veins, in that bloodline. You see it. You dig? But because he's from Philly, and he thinks he has it. He has it like that to where he could say shit that anybody else would get violated for, a white person in particular. So he feels he got it like that. I can say nigga because I'm from the hood. I'm from this. Nah, bro. Nappy hair. What? You is not one of us, dog. You not. You not. Don't ever tell me no bullshit. Don't ever tell me no bullshit like you is, man. So these individuals, man, I'm cool on them. I just cannot get jiggy with these dudes. I can't. All that shit they talk is like, man, y'all just need to go on somewhere, man. Y'all need to go on somewhere, because y'all gonna put y'all, like, your son is gonna lose stock. Danny already lost stock. Teo already lost stock. David is next, especially if he loses. And even if he wins, how you win matters. You're gonna lose stock. It's already Mexicans who don't fuck with David Benavidez. Because I talked to him. So I'm just these three motherfuckers just need to fall. Jose Sr. is the new dude on the horizon who's just getting really annoying. He needs to fall the fuck back and kill all the angling, bro. It's unnecessary. Tell your son to earn the shot. Tell him to earn it. Go in there, you better knock out Caleb Plant or domineer over him. I don't think he can go 12 rounds with Caleb Plant and people be like, yo, man, well, unless you are dominating this dude to where Caleb Plant is in retreat the entire fight. And I just don't see that happening. And if he's in retreat the entire fight, why can't you gun him down like Canelo did? And Canelo has below average or barely above average feet. So yeah, that's my rant on it, bro. I'm cool on these three motherfuckers right here. They just need to shut the fuck up. That's what it all boils down to, man. And I'm about to run into Valentino's and give me some grub and go home finally, man, and kick my feet up because my body is aching. So that's pretty much how the fuck I'm feeling about it, man. Y'all like and subscribe, and y'all let me know how the fuck y'all feeling about it. Deuces.